To use your defibrillator in the defib mode, you need to attach your electrodes to your patient. You can then switch your device on to defib mode, highlighted by the red defib selection on the monitor. As you can see, we are set up in manual mode. Once we've switched the device on to defib mode, right, we can confirm at the top that we're in defib mode. We are connected to our pads. If we were connected to pedals, this will show pedals. And when we shock in pads, the light will shine red on the device itself. And if we are connected to pedals, if that says pedals there, it'll tell us to shock on the pedals. It'll light up with a red light on the pedals to shock. As you can see, our patient's in distress. And when we switch on into manual defib, it automatically selects 120 joules because we set up in adult mode. From here, we can just shock the patient by pushing charge. And we shock the patient. Right. We then continue with CPR. And as you can see, you've got the CPR dashboard that comes up onto the screen. And on the screen, you'll see there's a 0 and 5 and 6 centimeters lines at the bottom. Ideally, our depth should be between, as you can see, I'm nowhere near where I need to be. If I push a little bit harder, I should be between those two lines. Right. We have our green flashing metronome with the audible sound. That gives us our rate. We should be between 100 and 120. Once I get that correct and my depth correct, I then have good compressions. You can see we've shocked once and it was done at 120 joules. Should I need to shock the patient again, I can shock them again at 120, or if the clinician requests, you can increase the charge to 150 joules, which is the next. And the next one up from that is 200 joules, which is our maximum on biphasic. We then charge. We clear. And we shock again. We then continue with our CPR. We can charge and shock again at the same joules, or if the clinician requests, we can go back down to 120 joules again, and we can shock the patient again by pushing charge. We stand clear. And we have regained a sinus rhythm back onto the patient, and that's defibrillation in manual mode.